Welcome to Dr. Jester. No, I don't think it should be called Rants in here. Should be welcome to Dr. Jester Celebrates. Yes, it's good news. It's finally fucking good news. From Variety, Star Trek Discovery, aka STD. No, not the syphilis kind, or HIV kind, or gonorrhea. No, it's something potentially far worse. Will end with season 5, Paramount Plus. Well, technically, kind of like a Freudian slip. That technically is kind of true. Pushes premiere to 2024. This is amazing. This is good news. Albeit I wish it would have ended on season 4. Technically on season 3 or season 2. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish it ended before the season 1 was even out. Now how bad, how horrendously bad this show is. It's so not Star Trek that... You know, even porn parodies are more Star Trek than this garbage. Orville is more Star Trek than this garbage. Orville is what you should watch if you want Star Trek. It was actually made by someone who actually likes Star Trek. Seth MacFarlane, you could... He's probably, technically, considering it, probably the traditional leftist who still respects the opinion of other people, despite not liking certain things. But still, he is not as insufferable as Seth Rogen. He's an insufferable little shit. But overall, Orville was actually made for people who like Star Trek. It began as a parody of Star Trek, and it grew into its own thing, into something far, far superior than all the Star Trek that has come out in the last 10 years combined. Probably even the movies. Right, Star Trek Discovery, let me rephrase that, STD will end with the upcoming Season 5 at Paramount Plus. Variety has learned, in addition to the 5th and final season, will now debut in early 2024, as opposed to this year as originally thought. Is this something to do with reshoots or something like that? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? But if you want something more interesting, far more interesting than this garbage that it is absolutely not woke, actually well written, and actually makes sense, and it's not an STD, then go and check out my book. Here's a trailer. Hey, it even received praises from communists. Oh my!
Knight. We are born of sin and crime. We are repentance personified. We are immortal. We are legend. We are God's wrath made manifest. And we know no fear.
So what are you waiting for? Go on and buy the goddamn fucking book. Right, let's continue, shall we? Filming is mostly complete on Season 5, but according to an individual with knowledge of the situation, there will be some additional filming that has yet to take place. I wonder what it is. Maybe they expected it to go to Season 6, oh dear lord. But then they decided, hey, since it's going to get cancelled, we better just close these stories. Maybe they are doing that, but you're actually asking a lot from Alex Kurtzman and some other writer that I actually forgot the name, so probably not. Right, in addition, Paramount is planning to send the show off in style with events planned in certain key markets throughout the year. Stop wasting money on STD. I don't think I have ever met someone who actually liked this garbage. No, wait, there is actually one person that actually somewhat liked this garbage. In hindsight, I stand corrected. One, I haven't talked to him in a couple of months. And, I think he moderately liked it. Mostly because it's, as the name Star Trek, but overall, I don't think he enjoyed it very much. One, of how many people I know? Quite a lot. So, I'm surprised this thing got 5 seasons. Anyway, further details will be released at a later date. I can hardly believe that this mind-blowing journey with Star Trek, the Studios Union. Aha! Oh, Jesus Christ, she's producer too. Soniqua Martin Green. Look, they could if all things stand in the same way, with the race-swapped characters, no, not race-swapped, Jesus Christ, I'm thinking of something else, with a black woman being the goddamn center of everything instead of being the crew, and having a woman called Michael, of all the things sounding the same, they could have at least found someone who was more enjoyable, had more personality than this bitch over here. When she was doing a character in Walking Dead, the original one, I was actually rooting for the zombies whenever she was on screen. Literally. That's how insufferable she is. She plays as herself, as nobody else. Herself only. They could have found anybody else. Hey, I forgot the name of the actress, but Patton something. She plays race-swapped Iris West in The Flash. You could have used her. She is way more enjoyable and way more watchable and more, I don't know, she has more personality and she can actually play a character far better than Soniqua here. Of all the people, you could have found her, could have hired her, but no, you decided to make STD even more unbearable than already is. Right. I'm astoundingly blessed by God to have played the Captain Michael Burnham. It's like I had big balls. I've taken the name of a man just to give more credence to my work. And to have taken part in a legacy alongside an extraordinary cast, a phenomenal crew, and remarkable writing team. To our most supportive partners, CBS Studios and Paramount Plus, who insisted on making television history, I'm deeply grateful. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm not going to read all of this nonsensical bullshit. But I also want to take an opportunity to go and show you this one. This tiny little goddamn article. Let me just take this one out and I'm gonna go and mention it. From Giant Freaking Robot. Most people don't believe Star Trek Discovery fans exist. I don't believe there's Star Trek Discovery fans. Even though that friend said he liked it, I don't think he considered himself a fan of this goddamn fucking hot garbage of a STD. Star Trek Syphilis. Recently, it was announced that the upcoming Season 5 of the Paramount Plus show Star Trek Syphilis, which is dropping sometime in 2024, would be its last. This led to many fan accounts expressing sadness at the prospect of no new Discovery episodes. Syphilis episodes. However, we conducted a recent Twitter poll and discovered something shocking. Most respondents believe that the majority of fan accounts gushing over the show are completely fake. Let's see what they asked. What percentage of Star Trek gonorrhea fan accounts do you believe are fake? I believe it's way over 80%. Trust me on that one. And as of this writing, 17% of the respondents said there were no fake accounts for Star Trek Syphilis. Meanwhile, 16% of respondents believe 20% of the fans' accounts are fake. Shockingly, though, 20% of respondents believe half of the fan accounts are fake, and a whopping 47% of respondents believe that at least 80% of the fan accounts are fake. Yeah, exactly what I just said. But most importantly, I wonder what this goddamn fucking journalist is going to use to, well, excuse this garbage. It's going to blame the fans and, well, actual Star Trek fans, not Star Trek gonorrhea fans. Those numbers reflect an interesting tension regarding Star Trek gonorrhea, reflected in larger fan discussion online. For example, many give the show props for being the first new televised Star Trek since Enterprise. Enterprise was actually quite good. Went off the air. And they point out that we wouldn't have such an awesome newer shows such as Star Trek Strange New Gonorrheas and Lower Decks, if not for the early success of Syphilis. Harsher fans have pointed out, though, that the success of Gonorrhea, which has returned to episodic storytelling in stark contrast to the season-long mystery arcs on Syphilis, and, oh Jesus Christ, I even forgot about Picard. That one was an absolute shit show. They actually retconned the Borg. My God. That's why I do not waste time watching garbage like this. That's why, for me, Star Trek. Hey, I'm even going to go on a limb here and give them a bone. Died with the last movie that Jar Jar Abrams said. Jar Jar Abrams? Or J. Jar Adams? I forgot his name. Anyway, I'm gonna give him a bone and say that was the actual last Star Trek to ever be made. Even though I think the true last Star Trek ever was Star Trek Nemesis. And honestly, wasn't that bad. I liked it. Fuck me. If there really is a small legion of fake fan accounts for Star Trek Syphilis, it wouldn't be that surprising. For example, there has been speculation on Reddit, a subreddit Star Trek, for years that CBS astroturfs the platform and suppresses genuine criticism of new shows. Yeah, I won't be surprised. When you think about it, creating a bunch of fan accounts on Twitter, which are likely just automated bots, would be far easier than actively moderating online fan communities such as Reddit for the better part of a decade. Yeah, they pretty much can actually hire anybody on their moderators in there, force them by paying them off, or giving them nice little gifts, and they'll pretty much censor every single criticism. Especially because who in the actual fucking mind would actually name someone Michael when they don't have a goddamn fucking cock? Right. Wait. Right. Regardless of possible fan accounts, many have been speculating why CBS is suddenly willing to let their flagship show go with such a little fanfare. Syphilis was not supposed to end with this season. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think it was supposed to end before even the first season began. And the actors had to go back to shoot additional scenes. Ah, there you go, where I suspected that this was going to happen. To give the series a proper ending. Some have speculated that actors' contracts are expiring and that CBS doesn't want to deal with salary negotiations, while others think that Star Trek gonorrhea in new worlds, with familiar characters like Pike, Spock, and the iconic Starship Enterprise, is being set up to be the new flagship show and lure more subscribers to Paramount Plus. I still think it should be Paramount Plus, not Plus. Those wondering how many Star Trek Syphilis fan accounts are fake may want to monitor those accounts after the show ends. I'm not going to bother with that one. Let me just put it this way. Star Trek gonorrhea in New Worlds, it's just... in comparison to the new Star Trek, let's call it like that, it's probably the closest one to Star Trek. And even then, compared to Orville, it's still fucking far away. Because it's a lot about identity politics. Star Trek in the past was not about identity politics. It was about setting new boundaries, doing something new, and it was a positive story. And they even made stories in which it showed, for instance, there's one episode that I remember it so well, in which half of the person here was black and here was white, and another character here was white and here was black. And they were fighting each other because of their identity, and the entire planet died, and those were the only two survivors. In the end, they both killed each other off. That was the message that Star Trek was telling you, that despite you being black, despite you being Asian, you being Latino, you being white, you being a native, or things like that, Indian or Pakistani or of different nationality, you're still fucking human beings. That was the message. Today, it's, oh my god, you're such a white, evil white male, so you're so white male. That's the message today. Did you notice how they changed? That's why I don't call it Star Trek anymore. Because Star Trek in the past would say, everybody's the same. Be race blind. That was the message. That it no matter the skin color, you, me, everybody are exactly the same. We are all humans. That was the message. Today now, what matters is what you have between your legs, your skin color, your, for instance, if you believe the right things or you voted for the right candidate. All of those things. That's Star Trek of today. Which is completely and totally the antithesis of the original Star Trek. Gene Roddenberry would be flipping his grave if that was literally possible. We would be power in the entire world with free energy if he could shove a goddamn fucking copper cable up of his bunghole if he was flipping inside his grave. On that goddamn fucking hell. Have a great fucking night, and let's celebrate for the cancellation of Star Trek Syphilis. Discovery, Syphilis, same thing. Bye for now.